WestWorld Season 2. What the actual F?
Warning, spoilers. Spoilers for both seasons of Westworld. If you haven't watched it and want to, then please stop watching. I want to cover Season 2 in particular, however, this may lead to spoilers for both seasons. I suggest that if you haven't watched Season 1 or Season 2, then stop watching this video and go and watch them if you're interested. Still here? Good.
Season 1.
This was absolutely glorious storytelling with some stellar acting. Season 1 did a lot of things right. My only gripe was it was maybe a couple of episodes too long. It took a story told by Michael Crichton and made it for a modern age with lots of clever writing and a few twists and turns to surprise and delight the viewer. It had 3 great plot points / twists that it revealed in a slow, non-linear manner, and I nearly guarantee that at least one of the twists caught even the most avid viewer out. The twists themselves: 1. Black Hat Man is our earnest hero courtesy of untold time jumps. 2. Bernard is in fact also a host or robot. And 3. The puzzle / quest was designed for the host to become self-aware. These were absolute jaw-droppers and were revealed with gusto. It made for a compelling season and made us all eager to see where the series was going.
Season 2.
This is where things start to unravel. It's clear the writers had clear ideas for Season 1, and it feels like the direction for Season 2 was to add to everything. This means more time jumps, more host revelations, more puzzles, and more convolution. It's just too much. What was interesting and clever in the first season has now become overbloated and overcomplicated. I got to the point where it felt like the writers had gone up their own arses and complicated things to the point where even the most hardcore fan would just lose interest.
Great acting.
Don't get me wrong, Season 2 is a slow starter, but it does build up some memento after a few episodes. However, this is mainly down to some incredibly written scenes with amazing actors. Anthony Hopkins, Ed Harris, Tandy Newton, and Peter Milan all dragged their show up to a high pedestal with their superior acting and some honestly great scenes that make for some special viewing. But with every great scene, we are given more expansion of the most convoluted plot since Lost.
Terrible story.
The biggest flaw with the show is the overcomplicated writing. It feels like the show wants to really be clever and make the viewer feel confused and inferior at most points throughout. This works okay if the payoff works. It's fine to keep us in the dark if you satisfy us with a great reveal or a really clever plot point. Unfortunately, these don't come. It feels like the writers overcomplicate everything and therefore lose our interest. The reveals aren't satisfying, and by the end, it's really hard to care.
Dolores.
Her main character arc of the first season was captivating. Seeing the naive original host slowly developing and becoming self-aware was glorious, and ended with such bravado. For Season 2 though, it's clear that Dolores, who has now become a free thinker and rebel, has become more of a robot than ever before. The direction is baffling and her acting is atrocious. She is a robot playing a robot, and it comes across so unfeeling that it's impossible to care if she succeeds or not. In fact, at one point, I was hoping she'd be killed off. Perhaps this is the intention, that she becomes as ruthless as the humans, but it was so overplayed that she became completely unlikable, and I didn't care about what happened to her. A far fall from grace considering the first season.
Finale.
The season finishes with Dolores, or a version of Dolores, getting out into the real world. I feel like most of us had expected that from the end of Season 1. This makes the entire season feel like a bit of a filler. Dolores escaping after becoming self-aware could have been covered in 1 or 2 episodes before breaking out of Westworld. Is that too much to ask? Do they really have lots of seasons to tell, or did they use up all their clever material in Season 1? I really want to love this show and see it thrive, but it's not looking good. For me, the greatest stories tell a tale and bring the viewer along with them. Sure, there can be twists and turns, but they have to hold the viewer's attention. I imagine there are die-hard fans who love this season and enjoy all the clever nuances told. For me though, I am left not caring long before the twist is revealed. Characters I once rooted for are now just cannon fodder. I'm sure my opinions won't be shared by all, and I'm happy to reply to comments below. Thank you for listening. If you would like to read my full article, including more in-depth views on some of the main characters in Season 2, then head on over to www.geekgasm.org. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit like and subscribe for more content. Thank you.